All right, let's dive into one of the most baffling mysteries in American history, the disappearance of William Morgan.
It's a story that's captivated people for almost 2 centuries.
You know, you hear about the Freemasons, this powerful secretive society,
Right.
and then there's this guy, William Morgan, right in the thick of it, a bricklayer, a stonemason, but he's about to blow the lid off the whole thing.
Exactly. He knew their rituals, their
And
secrets.
this is back in 1826, right?
1826 America, the Freemasons, they had serious influence.
So what made him turn against them? What happened?
Well, he was writing a book, Illustrations of Masonry. It was going to expose everything.
Whoa, talk about a bombshell.
You can imagine the panic among the Freemasons. This book threatened their power, their whole existence as a secret society.
So what do? Try to buy his silence?
That was the first move. They offered him money, but Morgan, he refused.
Oh, this is getting good.
Oh, it gets even better or worse, depending on how you look at it. The threat started coming his way, whispers following him everywhere.
And then what? Did they just make him disappear?
Well, first, they arrested him, trumped up charges to get him off the streets.
Wait, trumped up charges? Really?
Yeah, it seems they were desperate.
Wow.
And then September 11th, 1826, Morgan vanishes. Gone.
Like, poof. Just gone.
Just like that. It fueled all these theories, you know?
Yeah, was it the Freemasons? Did they silence him for good?
It's the theory everyone thinks about, right?
Yeah.
This powerful secret society taking out a dissenter, it's like a movie plot.
And there's evidence for that.
There are witnesses who say they saw him being abducted, taken towards Fort Niagara.
Fort Niagara, that was a Masonic stronghold, right?
Exactly. So they snatched him, took him to their lair, and then what?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Some say he was imprisoned, others say he was drowned in the Niagara River.
Makes sense. Get rid of the body, no evidence.
And here's the thing, some Freemasons, they were actually arrested in connection with Morgan's disappearance.
Okay, so case closed.
Yeah.
They got the bad guys.
Not so fast. The punishments they received were light, really light.
So people thought there was a cover-up.
Oh, absolutely. It just added to the suspicion, you know, like they were using their influence to protect their own.
I bet this whole thing caused quite a stir back then.
Oh, it wasn't just some local thing. The Morgan affair, as it's known, it shook the whole nation.
I mean, secret societies, they've always been around, right? Was it really just about Morgan vanishing?
It was more than just a missing person. The Freemasons back then, they were powerful, very powerful.
More than just guys meeting in a lodge.
Oh, yeah. Their members were judges, politicians, businessmen, you name it.
So people were already kind of wary of them, and then this happens.
It confirmed their worst fears, like what are these guys really up to?
And then you get the Anti-Masonic Party, right? That was a direct result of all this.
Exactly. America's first third-party political movement born out of this fear and outrage.
They were convinced the Freemasons were a threat to democracy.
Yeah, all that secrecy, the oaths of loyalty, they saw it as un-American.
So it wasn't just about getting justice for Morgan. They wanted to change the whole system.
Right. They were like, this secrecy, this favoritism, it undermines everything America stands for.
The Morgan affair is like the tip of the iceberg for them.
Yeah, they wanted transparency, an end to all these secret oaths, accountability.
Wow, one man disappears and it sparks a whole movement. It's kind of amazing, you know?
The power of this story, it's incredible.
But let's go back to Morgan. We talked about the Freemasons maybe being behind it, but what about the other theories?
Right. Not everyone was convinced the Freemasons did it.
Some people thought maybe he pulled a vanishing act of his own.
That's the theory. Faked his own death, maybe even with the help of the Freemasons themselves.
A bribe to disappear. Start a new life somewhere.
Could have been. Risky move, but it might have saved his life.
Picture him on a beach somewhere, sipping a drink, new identity. Not a bad way to escape those guys.
There were even stories later on about a guy claiming to be Morgan living in Canada.
Who knows if it was true?
We'll probably never know.
So we have the conspiracy theory, the escape theory, anything else?
Oh, there's another twist. In 1827, a body washes ashore on Lake Ontario.
Hold on, a body? You mean they might have found Morgan?
That's what everyone thought. It was big news. People thought maybe this is it. We'll finally know.
Okay, but then why is this still a mystery? Didn't they identify it? The body.
Well, that's the thing. The body, it vanished.
Vanished? What are you talking about? Like, disappeared?
Gone. Just like Morgan. Poof.
Seriously?
Yeah.
This is nuts. So was it him or not? What happened?
Nobody knows. Was it Morgan? Was it stolen to hide the truth? Or was it someone else entirely? Another weird twist in a case full of them.
It's like the deeper we go, the less we know. What about the Freemasons? Did they just bounce back from all this?
Not quite. The Morgan affair, it left a mark. Their reputation took a hit, all that secrecy, their power, it diminished.
So even if they didn't make Morgan disappear, they still paid a price.
Oh yeah, membership dropped, people were suspicious, distrustful. This wasn't just about one man, this shook things up.
It's fascinating how this one event had such a big impact, you know?
It sparked a conversation about power, secrecy, who's really in control.
It makes you think, how much has really changed? We're still dealing with those same questions today. Transparency, these powerful groups.
Right, it's a story for today, just as much as it was for back then.
So we have all these theories, the outrage, the body that disappears, and the question remains, what happened to William Morgan?
Maybe someday we'll know, some new evidence will turn up.
That would be something.
Until then, the story reminds us to question those in power, be wary of secrets, and never stop looking for the truth, no matter how hard it is to find.
I like that. Well, thanks for joining us for this deep dive into the disappearance of William Morgan. We may not have all the answers, but hopefully this got you thinking.
There's still so much to uncover.
Exactly. Keep exploring, keep questioning, and stay curious. Until next time.